Hello friends, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. PK Prabhakar. Today we are going to talk about the Covaxin vaccines, which is produced by Bharat Biotech. So we are going to see all the study which has been done during the clinical trials, how it has been produced, what are the side effects, what are the compositions. So we are going to see full details of the Covaxin vaccines. So this is the first indigenous COVID vaccines, which is produced in the India, which is developed as well as produced in India. If you say India, in terms of vaccines productions, so India is a vaccines powerhouse. Roughly, India makes 60% of the world's vaccines. So as we are making 60% of the world's total vaccine productions, that is more than half. Roughly, we are having more than six different vaccine producers, manufacturers in the India in different cities. Mostly, they are in the Pune and the Hyderabad-based companies. Some are in Ahmedabad also in Gujarat. So this is the Covaxins, which is produced by Bharat Biotech. And this there are some characteristic feature for this Covaxins vaccine is there. So this is the first. This is the country's first indigenous vaccines, which is produced against the SARS-CoV-2 vaccine virus. These vaccines were completely developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech, along with in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) and the National Institute of Virology. So these three organizations, Bharat Biotech, which is Hyderabad-based, and ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research and National Institute of Virology, these three together make this Covaxin vaccines for the SARS-CoV-2. In this Covaxin's vaccine has been produced by inactivations of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. So this contains inactivated virus particles. Inactivated virus particles means these virus particles lost their replication power. So they are unable to replicate. When they cannot replicate, so they are not able to cause any kind of disease. Not able to, they are going to cause because it contains full viral particles, but it is inactivated. So they are more than sufficient to activate our immune system, but they are not able to cause any kind of disease. So it increases the immune system for the fighting against the virus. How this inactivated virus is going to be produced? So first, whenever we are going to select a vaccine against a bacteria or a virus, we are going to select the bacterial or the viral strains against which or for which we want to produce the virus. Then the selected strain is inactivated. Mainly, there are three methods. Here we have mentioned two. It is heat, chemicals, mainly formaldehydes we are going to use, and radiations. When we are going to use heat methods, in that case, some of the proteins, antigenic components, a structural property is also going to be destroyed. So normally, heat treatment is avoided because it is going to affect the protein's conformations. The most preferred method is chemical treatment or the radiation methods. And after this, as virus is going to be killed, virus is going to be inactivated, they can be used as a vaccines. So vaccine is going to be produced. So this inactivated killed vaccine is injected into the person who is going to be vaccinated. Because this contains whole viral particles but in the inactivated form, so they are not able to replicate, but they are going to induce the immune system. So that immune system is going to be evoked, activated, and as soon as the immune system is going to be activated, we will have a active memory B cells and antibodies will be produced, and this memory B cells will be kept for the future against the future infections also. So this is how this inactivated vaccines works in our body. When we are going to talk about this Covaxin vaccines, the ingredient of the vial of Covaxin vaccines contains 6 microgram of whole virion, which is inactivated SARS-CoV-2 strains, strain number NIV 2020-770. So that is 6 micrograms, 250 microgram of aluminum hydroxide gel, 15 microgram of TLR7 or this is toll-like receptor 7 and 8 agonist. The compound which is working as the agonist is imidazoquinolinone. Then 2.5 mg of 2-phenoxyethanol and 0.5 ml of phosphate buffered saline. So this is the whole composition of a vial of Covaxins. Now, this Covaxins It is a Bharat Biotech Covaxin vaccines, which is approved by the for the emergency use, because there are not there we are waiting for some of the specific data. So as we don't have all the data, so it has been approved for the emergency use. Emergency use means we are going to use these vaccines only for the restricted authorized people only. Not everyone, every people can get these vaccines. So these vaccines, Covaxins, in the phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials, they have demonstrated some good antibody against the COVID-19 strains. I will show you the data also. However, in the case of clinical phase 3 clinical trials, still it is going on. Means we are waiting for phase 3 clinical trials, but there are no adverse effect has been seen in that one. So it is important to appreciate that receiving vaccine does not means that other precautions, because it is not fully data has been generated. So it does not means you have taken this Covaxin vaccines and you are going to not follow all the rules or restrictions which is given by governments or Ministry of Health and Welfare against the COVID vaccine, COVID-19. So we have to follow all the precautions as well as. Now, if you will see phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 clinical trials, in phase 1 clinical trials, roughly 375 individuals were administered with 2 doses of Covaxins. In phase 2 clinical trials, 380 individuals have been administered with 2 doses of Covaxins. In phase 3 clinical trials, which is still ongoing, 25,800 participants, and all participants have received the first dose of vaccines on 6th of January. So after 14th day, they will get the second dose. By a few days, we are going to get the phase 3 clinical data. Now, if you see the phase 1, this phase 1 means clinical trial of Covaxins. They have this in the phase 1 placebo controlled double blind clinical trial has been done, where an inactivated SARS-CoV-2 vaccines, and that is BBV152, which is written here, BBV152 means strain was evaluated in 375 individuals. You can see here 100, 200 and 375. So total 375 individuals subjects groups has been taken. The age group of the selected person was 18 to 55 years of age, and all people have got 2 doses, one at 0th day and second one was on the 14th day. What has been given to them is 0.5 ml of whole virion inactivated SARS-CoV-2 vaccines. In the last group, so 3 groups has got means 100 people have subject has got these 3 different candidates, and fourth groups where 75 people were subject was there, they received 0.5 ml placebo. So it is of either sex does not have any kind of limitations. So what have they done on the 18 on day 28, 14 days, because they have got here first dose, after 14 days they have got the second dose, and after 14 days of the second dose, means total from here if we'll take it 28th day we are talking about. So on the day of 28, all subjects who received the vaccines intramuscularly, normally we have given this vaccine has been given in the deltoid muscles of the arm. So intramuscularly has significantly having elevated a spike binding immunoglobulin G antibodies and neutralizing antibody titer that has been risen in their serum. The vaccines induced antibody response reported were able to neutralize both homologous vaccine virus strain as well as the heterologous divergent other strains of SARS-CoV-2 also. When they have been evaluated for the antibodies and the cells, immunological cells, a Th1 based T cells response has been seen or it has been observed. Local reactions and systemic elevation of immunizations were generally mild in nature and resolved transiently. No serious, that is grade 3 and grade 4 adverse reactions were reported in case of phase 1. If you see the phase 2, in the phase 2, there it is a double-blind randomized multi-centered phase 2 clinical trials in the 380 patients. So here we have two. They have two groups, 190 and 190. So only two groups were there. They have given both the vaccine candidates. So they have administered a random received two vaccine formulations, 152A, 152B. These are the two different formulations of 190% each, with 3 microgram and 6 microgram of L gel, and that is aluminum gel, and IMDG. True intramuscular dose has been given to the patient, means persons, in the clinical trials. That is 4 week apart, means after 28th day, 0 and 28th day. In the follow-up, the phase 1 clinical trials, BVB152, that is, these are the vaccines, produced high level of neutralizing antibodies that remained elevated in the patient participants roughly for the 3 months. On an average, it was on the 104th day after the second vaccinations. Based on these results, they have hypothesized that these vaccines can generate antibodies which may persist in the our body roughly for 6 to 12 months. Uh, High neutralizing titers were observed in the phase 2 study than in the phase 1 study. So phase 2 study, they have got a better results. Both vaccine groups elicited more Th1 based cytokines than Th2 based cytokines. So they work through Th1 T helper cells 1 mediated processes. After two doses, local and systemic adverse reactions observed in both vaccine groups, and no serious adverse reactions were reported in any of the cases. So here the age group, in previous case if you have seen, their age group was 18 to 55. Here age group has been changed from, that is, between 12 to 65 years of age of either sex, either gender. Okay. Now come to animal study. In the animal study, what they have done it, they have given on the zero dose, means the zero date, they have given injected in the, they have two dose of vaccines regimes of inactivated SARS-CoV-2 vaccines candidate were administered in roughly 20 rhesus macaque divided into 4 different groups. So what are the 4 groups? Here you can see 4 groups: group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. In group 1, they have given placebo phosphate buffer saline only. In group 2, 6 microgram plus adjuvant A. In group 3, 3 microgram and adjuvant B. In group 4, 6 microgram in and adjuvant B. So in this group, one group was administered with the placebo only, that is first group, while 3 other groups immunized with 3 different vaccine candidates at 0 and 14th day, which you can see here. The first dose has been given on 0th day and second dose has been given on 14th day. After 14 day of the second dose, that is on the 20th day, these macaque rhesus monkey has been exposed to a viral challenge after the second day. So that is on 28th day, they have given a viral challenge. So all the monkey were challenged with SARS-CoV-2 14 days after the second dose. Okay, the result shows after 28 days, the blood has been collected on different days like day 1, day 3, day 5, and day 7, and it has been evaluated for the collection of blood, nasal swab, throat swab, rectal swabs, bronchoalveolar fluids, urine, stool specimen. All these things have been collected and tested. The results show that protective efficacy, increasing SARS-CoV-2 specific IgG in their serums, and neutralizing antibodies, reducing replications of the virus in the nasal cavity, throat, and lung tissue of the monkey. But there are no evidence of pneumonia was observed in by histopathological examinations in vaccinated groups, unlike the placebo groups, in that is group 1. Adverse events were not seen in any of the animals immunized with 2 vaccine doses. So these are the different animal study or phase 1 or phase 2 clinical trials. Now, whenever these vaccines has been given, you have to tell all the details to the person who is going to vaccinate you. So vaccinator needs to know all the informations. So if a person or a man or woman will have any of these conditions, they should not go for vaccinations of SARS-CoV-2. Like if they are going to take regular medicine for any kind of illness, they have any kind of allergy, they have fever or bleeding disorders, or any blood thinner they are going to take, all are normally immunocompromised, or a medical affect that affect the immune systems, or pregnant lady, or if she is doing the breastfeeding to her baby, or receiving another COVID-2 vaccines. So in these conditions, the vaccination by covaxins should be avoided by a person. But if these conditions are not there, then two doses of this vaccine should be injected into the deltoid muscles of the upper arm in 4 weeks apart, roughly after 28 days. So this is how it will be vaccinated. Whenever vaccines will be taken, there are some common side effects also has been seen, like at the injection site there might be some pain, swelling might be there, redness will be there, it can be, they might have itching, stiffness in the upper arm, weakness in the injection arms, body pain, headache, fever, malaise, weakness, rashes, nausea, or vomiting. So any of these common side effects might be possible. So this is all about the different clinical trials, how covaxins has been produced, what are the different uh, process of the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 clinical trials, and what are the results they have got it. So this is all about covaxins. So similarly, we will come with the Covishield also, or other Pfizer or Moderna vaccines also. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. If you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. If you like the video, press the like button.